Hello. Good to see you.
You're in a good mood.
It seems I've become a bit of a celebrity. Word's getting round about us. About me and you, and Faye and Halleck, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, are you drunk?
Nope. Don't drink. Just reveling in my newfound,
Celebrity?
perspective. Even hope. Although I won't lie, I am enjoying the notoriety. Tarsus finally feels like home.
I have to admit, this sudden turnaround feels... I don't know.
Come on. I haven't always been a miserable bastard.
So, you ready to settle down here?
In fact, I might be. Maybe after our mission. They say hearing the anthem changes a person. So if I do hear it, which I desperately hope to, who knows what the future holds? Faye heard it. Did she change?
You should ask her yourself. It's not for me to say.
Yeah, I don't think Faye likes me enough for a chat like that.
I will say she seems driven to hear it again.
Yes. A kind of desperate yearning. I'm jealous, if I admit it.
Of Faye?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Owen, you were right there when we found the tomb, and you'll be there when we beat the Monitor. We're a team, okay?
We really are a team. You mean that?
Yeah, Owen, I mean it. And we've been a team for a long time. We're good together.
I just hate being put on the sidelines. You can ask anyone around here, they'll tell you how great I am. Brave, smart, funny.
Just enjoy what's happening now, and be patient.
Gotcha. Patience is my middle name.
You know, I'm not looking to replace you. I never would have looked for Faye and Halleck if we didn't need them.
It's circumstances.
Exactly.
And you have to grab those because they may never come again. No, I get it. Thank you.
This is a big deal for us, saving our people from the Dominion.
The Monitor. He's a powerful guy and terrifying.
Impressive cipher.
Who is his own Lancer, by the way?
I've been waiting for you to mention that.
Haha, you do know me so well.
Faye, are you busy?
Arden Varsa wrote that the Legion of Dawn unleashed the voice of the heavens. He had to mean the anthem.
I'll take that as a yes.
No, you're a welcome distraction. That's the great thing about being a cipher. I can worry about thousands of things simultaneously at speeds no ordinary person could hope to attain.
Hey, we're the people who walked into the Heart of Rage and lived to tell. Whatever's bothering you. It can't be that bad.
Never say that. You're practically daring fate to spiral into madness.
It probably wasn't listening.
Right, we'll just hope for that then.
I never knew you were superstitious.
With the Anthem of Creation, it's hard to find the line between superstition and science.
Dealing with mysterious, unexplained forces is Chapter 1 of the Freelancer Handbook.
Isn't that the chapter that begins, "Hold my drink, I've got this"?
I skimmed most of it, to be honest.
I'm so surprised. You know, it's nice to have someone to talk to besides Halleck. Owen doesn't count.
I'll do my best to keep you entertained.
I appreciate that. At least, in theory, I do. What are the chances that Matthias will spend his time writing a paper now?
So, this Monitor guy, he can do some spooky shit.
And he isn't going away.
Okay, since we're in this for real now, I gotta ask. You up for this? Going head to head with him?
I wouldn't have agreed to this job if I wasn't. We'll beat him.
Well, you hold on to that confidence. Javelin locks up otherwise. The mental connection to your suit is everything.
Anyone ever fake it?
Nah, plenty of things you fake, especially as you get older. Like waking up to pee 4 times a night in the Strider. No, Faye. Wasn't me who left the toilet seat up. But being a freelancer, you either got it or you don't. And if you don't, life is just waiting to kick your ass.
That's when things get interesting. When everything's going south.
What I love about being a freelancer, but it's also when people die. Don't forget that.
You're still standing?
Not everyone is. So don't do anything stupid or I'll have to rescue your sorry ass.
Hey, who ate a Manticar's pheromone sac? Oh, right, me. Bailing you out.
You think? Or maybe it was, got suckered into taking that bite. See you around, kid.
Trouble at the graves, eh?
Yeah, outlaws.
The links you recovered. Priceless to me, but...
Wouldn't buy a hot meal?
nor a bottle of Fortuo brew. Ah, so much history destroyed when the Grand Wall in Freemark fell. Who we lost, what they accomplished.
That last grave I visited.
A friend. He never came home. I made that marker for him. For now, I have many stories to write and glasses to raise.
Ah, good. Come to pay your respects at last?
I guess I have.
My name is Zara Toll, but you may call me Madam Chronicler. Everyone does.
Okay, Madam Chronicler.
You do know that I'm your cipher's point of reference, that I provide information via amplifier for your library.
Actually, I wasn't aware that was a thing.
That's curious. It's fairly common knowledge. Oh, maybe you have amnesia.
I don't have amnesia.
Did you rattle your head or inhale some toxic spores?
Not enough to give me amnesia.
If you say so, my dear. But what news? Anything to report from your travels?
I saw some unusual Shaper ruins where waterfalls were flowing up.
My goodness. I hope that was archived by your cipher, Freya.
Do you mean, Faye?
That's what I said. Or did I? Pardon me, a chronicler's mind is easily overfilled. But as my esteemed mentor Negandel used to say, the occasional confusion is a cipher's burden.
Maybe you have amnesia.
You're jovial, but most freelancers are. Maybe too much.
Not sure I follow.
I talk to cities and ciphers far and wide. They all say the same thing. Freelancers have lost their way.
I haven't lost my way.
And I'm glad for that. You know, you'd be a wonderful sentinel.
And just stand guard all day?
Food for thought. Which brings me to my duty. A chronicler must pass along collected knowledge, that humanity may build upon its learnings.
Learnings? Oh, you mean reading?
What would you enjoy? Hard news or something more escapist?
News, please. Good to know what's going on.
I must agree, especially in these trying times. May you learn that all may learn, that all may grow.
Thank you. Catch you later, Madam Chronicler.
Catch me, what am I, grab it? Good day.
I apologize for being a little crabby during our last chat.
Guess I touched a nerve.
Yes, but I didn't have to respond as poorly as I did. Anger can be an asset, Matthias, but peevishness is just bad manners. My mentor, Philo Ray. One of the lessons it seems I still haven't quite learned.
Philo Ray taught you. I've heard she was a brilliant arcanist.
And the reason I'm not dead in a ditch.
How did you meet?
I, robbed her.
That really was not what I was expecting.
She was a fancy lady, I was a street kid. What would you have done?
Okay, fine. I probably would have robbed her too.
Can you blame me? All I saw was a case full of expensive-looking things. I knew they had to be worth something to someone, so I grabbed the case. Shaper relics. I didn't realize the danger. I got lucky, nothing blew up when I took it apart. But Phyla had followed me. It was impossible for an unschooled vagrant to silence a relic, she said.
That made her want to teach you?
I think so. She never explained. Maybe it was the way I handled the relic. It took her an hour to convince me to go with her.
I'd have jumped at the chance. Why didn't you?
I didn't trust her.
What changed your mind?
She sat with me and explained the relics. She told me I could be an arcanist. She was kind. No one had been kind to me in years. She was the first to call me a prodigy. Damn, I miss her. Anyway, You're probably busy. We can talk later. Princess Zim. So many stories. Was she as fierce as they say? Did you get to experience the splendor of her banquet table?
Yeah. Something like that.
Super.
Hi again.
Freelancer. Fancy meeting you here.
Were you trying to make a joke, Bryn?
I'm attempting something new. I don't think I enjoyed it. I should tell you, I'm impressed with how you've handled yourself on missions.
Freelancers. We get the job done.
Sometimes, from what I've heard.
And you believe everything you hear?
You do seem shockingly reliable.
Shockingly?
Oh, pleasantly. Surprisingly?
Has anyone ever told you that you're not great with people, Bryn?
Oh, constantly.
How do you even have an opinion of freelancers if I'm the first one you've worked with?
From radio shows and other Sentinels. Have you ever considered Sentinel life?
They've asked. I've never been tempted.
Really?
Really? You seem good at what you do, but it's too many rules and regs for me.
Oh, rules and regs keep the world in order. A place for everything.
Sounds like you used that line before.
My mother's favorite. She was a Sentinel too, and she also loved rules.
Isn't working with freelancers without permission breaking those rules?
If the Sentinels don't adapt, the fort won't be around much longer to protect.
And isn't that adapting, just breaking the rules with purpose?
Now you're just talking nonsense.
I'll see you around.
Potentially.
Need to double our recruiting efforts with the recent trouble. Careful out there, freelancer.
Feeling it? The old freelancer magic.
So many things you are doing. Wonderful. I'm curious, what do you remember most? Good times? Bad? What? Honest now.
The best days stick with me. The wins.
That's what life is about, yes? Long time ago, I was out near the Dawn Gates. Stars were very bright. Rain made everything glow. I heard a sound, so strange. I couldn't place it.
What was it?
Children, alone, out in the jungle, far from anything. They were singing.
Children? How did they?
You see, how could I understand this? A strider had been attacked. I brought them home. It was a miracle. Music started. Dancing started.
Saving a bunch of kids. That's a good day.
Yes, yes, a good day. But one of those children, a stranger, was holding his hand.
His parents.
Died aboard that strider. We should represent hope, but there are two sides to our job. When I celebrate my victories with great joy, I know that somewhere there is sadness too.
There's always a cost. It's part of the job.
Yes, but we can't let it stop us. Lost and alone, yet those children sang. You hear me?
I hear you. Lucky Jack. Keeping busy?
You know it. Just had a contract dealing with scars. I show up and they're messing with a relic. Good thing some buddies jump on the call. We've got elementals swarming, scars everywhere, then a love-struck Koroks shows up.
What happened?
Teamwork, fancy flying, and one heck of a lucky shot. Next thing I know, the relic's silent, the Koroks has a new friend, and we come out all right.
Starting to see where you got the nickname.
It could have gone straight sideways, I'm telling you, but that's what family's for. Stronger together, right?
It's the best way to survive. Nice to have company, too.
More eyes, more ears, and more witnesses when you do something awesome.
Like dealing with love-struck Koroks.
It's not something you forget. Just was scheduling the next job was easy.
Is there a problem?
My buddies and I thought we'd team up on another contract. Last one went well, so why not, right? Now they can't agree which job to take. I just want something logged in the pending contracts report.
What are your options?
An Arcanist looking for a lost vault. Gotta love some mystery. Or the fort needs people to take on hostile wildlife. Guaranteed action there.
Going toe-to-toe with the creatures out there keeps you sharp. Makes the fort safer, too.
That's what we're here for, isn't it? I'm all for that. All right, buddy. Using you as the tiebreaker. Wish me luck.
I'm not sure you need it.
Yeah. I'll see you around.
If you want to see the latest, drop by.
Had to give up Lansing altogether.
It's a wonder they're still alive.
Excellent painter. I was hoping you might stop by.
Why? You looking for information?
Not at the moment. I thought it would be nice to chat without an agenda.
All right, let's talk.
Did you know the corvus is a small, swift bird with black plumage?
Thanks for that. I'll remember it the next time I go bird watching.
My mistake. Here, I thought you were interested in corvus.
I've heard about Corvus, but you've never talked about yourself.
I understand. That's reasonable. Within Corvus, my title is Factor. I'm in charge of all agents near Fort Tarsis.
Why'd they choose you?
That's classified, but I can tell you I graduated top of my class.
Then why are you in Fort Tarsis?
I didn't want to be stuck in a soft job back in the capital. I chose this assignment.
How far will you go to defeat the Dominion?
That, I can't answer.
But you do expect me to be part of your solution.
Of course. You're an important weapon in our arsenal.
Thanks, Tassin. It's good to know I have a place in your arsenal.
You're welcome. Now you know a bit about me.
Yeah, this was almost nice.
Maybe next time you can share a bit about yourself.
Yeah, Maybe.
I'll be in touch.
Are you and Jack in some sort of who can be the bigger hero contest? That's the third Sentinel patrol he's rescued from scars this week. What are we up to today?
There's been trouble with an outlaw gang. We should investigate. Here's the outlaw gang. Be careful. another one. We're in for a fight. You took down the outlaw boss. The Sentinels will be pleased to hear it. We can't let this lot run the area. We need to clear them out. It for the outlaw gang. Good work. Now that was a good show. Be wary. Outlaws have set up outposts in this part of the wilderness.
Stay safe, freelancer.
Good luck.
The outlaws have laid claim to this base. We need to stop them. Focus on the turrets. We need to take out their firepower. One turret down.
And more to go.
Incredible work, as always. More than one tough fight on the field. Watch yourself out there. The outlaws thought their best could take you down? Not a chance. We'll have more trouble if we don't do something about this threat. We need to clear the area. They're retreating. You did it. I'll inform the fort of our success. Now that was a good show. sharp increase in Shaper energy from somewhere nearby. We've got a Titan. Just keep your distance. You must find some echoes. They're the only thing that will silence that relic.